Living in Maplewood Estates meant constant vigilance around Karen, the self-appointed HOA overlord. She had rules for everything: fences, mailboxes, lawn gnomes, but when it came to me and my ATV, she took things to a whole new level. It all started one Saturday morning. I was out in the back fields behind my house, enjoying my ATV on the small trails I had cleared myself. Nothing destructive, nothing illegal, just a hobby, a way to unwind. That afternoon, I received a letter from the HOA. My heart sank as I read the words, "Violation. Unauthorized motorized vehicles on HOA property. Fine imposed. $500. I laughed at first. This was absurd. The trails I rode on were technically behind my property line, but Karen claimed they were part of the community greenway, a term that had somehow been invented solely to give her more power. I called her office to dispute the fine. "Rules are rules," Karen said, her tone smug. "ATVs are not permitted. You must comply immediately." I realized there was no reasoning with her. Karen didn't care about fairness. She cared about control. But I also realized something important. If she could enforce rules arbitrarily, I could do the same, but legally. I just needed a way to level the playing field. The next weekend, I walked the neighborhood's most popular trail, the one Karen and her friends loved to use for jogging, biking, and dog walking. I noticed it was public access but maintained informally by the HOA. Inspiration struck. If Karen and her friends wanted to play by the rules, I could set a rule they wouldn't like, one that actually applied legally. I petitioned the local council to temporarily ban motorized vehicles on that trail for environmental maintenance and safety inspections. It was legitimate. The trail needed minor repairs, and I had documentation from a landscaping company and a local engineer about erosion risks from heavy wheels. Within days, the council approved a temporary vehicle ban, posted signs, and sent notices. The following Saturday, Karen strutted down the trail with her jogging group, only to be stopped by the official signs. "No motorized vehicles allowed," they read. She turned red with frustration as she realized her beloved trail, once a place to flaunt rules and fines, was now off-limits for ATVs, dirt bikes, and anything motorized. I walked past calmly, my ATV parked nearby. "Looks like the rules apply to everyone now," I said, smiling. Her face twisted into disbelief and fury. "But this isn't fair," she protested, though the signs and official notices made her argument moot. The neighbors who had gathered along the trail quietly snickered, and I could feel the satisfaction of turning her obsession with enforcement back on her. From that day on, the ATV trails were my own domain, legally protected from HOA interference. Karen still tried to find minor infractions to report, but without control over the trails, her influence diminished. My ATV rides became peaceful once more, and every time I passed the official signs, I couldn't help but smile at the poetic justice of it all. Sometimes people ask me why I didn't just pay the fine and move on. But living under Karen's tyranny wasn't about compliance. It was about boundaries, fairness, and showing that even a self-important HOA enforcer could be held accountable. And on that trail, at least justice was sweet, loud, and legally binding.